And thine eye shall not pity, but life shall go for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. Deuteronomy 19:21. Consider for a moment that this law of life for life, eye for eye, is not some primitive code imposed from without, but the inner justice of your own imagination, bringing back to you exactly what you have projected. Thine eye shall not pity means do not look away from your own thoughts. Do not excuse or soften the image you have formed, for in that very image lies the seed of your experience, and it must be harvested life for life. Imagine now the name Judah, the divine name with the door of Daleth in its midst. That door swings open when your dreaming self, the betrayer and revealer, steps forward and plants its wooden peg of authority upon your shoulder. In that moment there is no pain, only the mighty hammer blow of recognition. What you have sent out returns to you. The eye for eye is the mirror held up by your own consciousness. You cannot pity the reflection. To do so is to deny the integrity of your own creative power. As you stand at the threshold of Daleth, you are both judge and judged, betrayer and beloved. You see your image across the room, your thought made flesh, and you embrace it with extended arms, for it is the very arm of the Lord laid bare. The sleeve that hid the power of God in you is severed, and the raw arm of imagination is revealed. You have no other to blame, you have no other to thank. So when Deuteronomy bids you exact tooth for tooth, foot for foot, it bids you see your world as self-projected drama, run to its end in imagination, and then rise, unashamed, into the freedom of your creative office. You will tell of it. You cannot help but declare the truth that has seized you, yet you go forth safely, for the betrayer has revealed you as the Lord within, and you have been made whole. At first glance, life for life, eye for eye sounds harsh, but psychologically it points to the mirror of consciousness. Your outer world exactly reflects your inner state. Every judgment you hold, pity, resentment, fear, returns as the same condition in experience. When you pity scarcity, scarcity multiplies. When you condemn anger, anger stalks your thoughts. Beneath the surface, this verse unveils the law of assumption. Like begets like. Your mental decree, your unspoken imagined conviction, acts as an unseen seed that ripens into outer events. Life for life is simply the divine principle of correspondence. Your inner acts of imagining and feeling manifest as equivalent outer transactions. What this opens to you is sovereign authority over your own reality. You possess the creative power to balance your own scales by choosing what you permit yourself to feel and imagine. The absence of pity here is not cruelty, but refusal to reinforce unwanted patterns. Instead, you consciously assume the state you desire, joy for joy, peace for peace, and thus eye for eye becomes good for good. Whenever pity, blame, or fear slip into your awareness, gently catch that inner transaction, label it negative, and choose not to feed it. Then shift your attention to the end you desire by vividly imagining the outcome as already fulfilled, infusing the scene with feeling so you can taste freedom from lack and rest in wholeness and peace. As each old reflection tries to resurface, persist in your new assumption by reaffirming the inner decree that embodies your chosen reality. Over time, you will notice your world recalibrating around this higher vision, tipping the ledger of your experience in your favor, just as you have released pity for lack. In this simple parable of equilibrium, the secret unfolds. You are the divine accountant of consciousness, and by aligning every inner transaction with your true desire, you awaken the power to manifest the life you choose.